Jacob, where's Michael?
He had dinner.
He had a dinner. You should have seen what I had for dinner. It was suck shamak. And the toilet being clogged up doesn't help either.
Look, you have to remain strong. You're gonna be walking free anytime soon.
Oh, is that what Michael said?
That's what I'm saying. Look, you can't walk into the courtroom with your head down. The whole world is watching this trial.
Oh, come on. I look incredibly guilty.
So change their minds. You're Santa Claus, for Christ's sake. Whatever building you're standing on doesn't change that. You inspired people all over the world. Hell, I was inspired by you. Come on now. Okay, listen. 1955, on a Christmas night. I was 8. My parents recently divorced. I moved to a new city, and my mom didn't have too much money. Life wasn't too great for me, you know? I struggled to make friends, and my grades were slipping in school. I was in a really bad place, really. Like a really bad place. Christmas was coming around, so I wrote you a letter, thinking you wouldn't ever see it. Then, the very early morning of Christmas Day, I saw you. I saw you flying in the air with your sleigh. You came to my house and dropped off gifts near my fireplace.
I set a record that night. 3 billion gifts were delivered in a single night.
See, after that, I got my grades up, I picked up a job, and started working for what I wanted. You inspired me and so many other people because you are Santa Claus. You are Santa Claus. You are an inspiration to everybody.
I am.
You are. You're an inspiration.
An inspiration.
You're a man who people love, and they love you right back. You're that guy. This here, Nicholas Claus, is the greatest gift you're ever gonna get.
All rise, court is now in session. Judge Maxine R. Frostbite presiding.
You may be seated. Mr. Claus? Are you willing to enter a plea at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you plead to the 8 counts?
Absolutely, positively, 100% not guilty.
I don't know, Michael. I'm looking at the charges, and given to exactly who we're representing, it's a long shot, like a really long shot. I think there's only one way we can get out of this case.
Come on, Jacob. We're just getting started.
No, you hired me as a consultant and your partner. I'm telling you, it's just not winnable.
Come on, you know how gullible people are. Pull a race card. You know, start up some controversy. Whatever it takes.
Risky. So, when do I bill you?
Excuse me? I hired you pro bono.
Hey, can I get you guys some water? Or...
No, thank you. Michael, you called me, begging me to join you.
Jacob, I'm gonna be honest, okay? This is an excellent case for you, okay? A perfect way for you to get back into the field, to get your name renowned.
I don't need to get back into the field. I've been here, represented the addicts, Finch, and Alberts all in the same year.
Jacob, that was 18 years ago. Look at the positives. This could be the most famous criminal case of all time. Okay, it's Santa Claus, for crying out loud. Remember back in your days, TV went static at midnight. Now we have 24-hour news. You wake up at 3 a.m. and there we are again. Santa Claus. Captured. Okay? Trust me, Jacob. You'll be remembered for the rest of your life after this case.
That's true, but Finch paid.
Well, that's not really a good idea. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta call you back. 30 minutes. Please take a seat. Thank you for finding the time to talk to us. That would be really helpful. Listen, I know how you feel.
Do you? Do you know what it's like to spend $4,000 on a new installation? To not be able to pay for your son's birthday presents because you want a roof over his head? Just for it to be destroyed by some fat guy and his horses?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It's so frustrating.
So explain to me, what really happened that night?
Okay, well, I had just gone to sleep. The kids had woken up, and I think it was 1 a.m. to watch Santa come down the chimney.
Did they see anything?
Of course not. I convinced them to go back to sleep, and I settled in. Next thing I know, there was a crash on the roof. We thought a bomb had gone off.
And the noise startled you so much that your husband went downstairs to go check it out?
I saw a man in the living room. He was wearing a pointy hat, had a large stack of stuff in it, and tall black boots.
Is the man that broke into your house in this courtroom today? Can you please point to this man?
I present evidence file 848T3 to the people. As you can see, the house that Nicholas Claus broke into with his illegal, abused reindeer caused over $5,000 in damages. The homeowners also do not have an installed chimney on their roof. So, how did he get in? Through a window that the wife claims to have left open due to the unusually warm temperatures in her bedroom. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, St. James, for that beautifully delivered speech. Although we argued that Santa Claus did indeed not break into their home, but was instead invited in by the very same people who wanted him jailed, I call to the stand Nicholas Claus. Would you please state your name for the record?
Nicholas Christopher Kringle Claus Jr.
And Mr. Claus, how did you find the address of their home?
They wrote a letter addressed to me at the North Pole, giving me their home address.
Mr. Claus, could you read the last line of that letter, please?
Please come to my house and deliver the best gifts ever.
Objection, this letter was written by a child. They can't give consent, they're minors.
As you can see, the letter consists of two different kinds of handwriting. The child and the adults. Which adults? The homeowners. They knew exactly what the letter said and still decided to send it out. And they seem to not take care of their property. Do they dare blame their pre-damaged roof on an innocent man?
Objection, the roof wasn't destroyed prior to Christmas.
Sustained. Do you have any proof to back up this claim?
Indeed I do. Calling to the stand, evidence file 84AJ5 to the jury. This is a photo of the booties worn on each and every reindeer used to pull the sleigh to cause as little damage as possible to every structure they land on. Hooves covered by such a technology surely could not have caused that damage to the property. It's baloney! Thank you, Your Honor.
Good work, Counselor. I think the jury's not going to convict that property damage charge.
And, it's as you said before, illegal surveillance is an easy dodge too.
Yeah.
It's a good start, but we gotta keep the momentum going. Unfortunately though, as for those FAA violations, that's gonna be difficult to defend.
Not to mention the antitrust charges. I did a little digging on Santa Claus and why he's the only person who gives presents. And it's not pretty.
At least that's just a rumor, right?
Do you think the prosecution found it?
Probably not.
I found something.
What is it?
We found some info on the Sherman antitrust charge. Santa got rid of his competition in a fun way.
Can we do anything about it?
No, we can't, but we can win the FAA charges.
I don't know how he's going to defend himself against that.
Now we have to focus on the intentional infliction charge. We have our surprise witness for that. This is gonna wipe that smile off Poundson's face.
I have a feeling this is about the case and more about destroying Houndsley. Focus on this first, then gloat.
We all know Nicholas Claus delivers presents to the children he deems nice. But what about the ones deemed naughty, misbehaved, unworthy? Time and time again, Mr. Claus makes millions of civilians around the world miserable at his own expense, using the substance we all know as coal. I call to the stand Jonathan Miser, better known as Heat Miser.
I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the whole truth, all of that.
Tell me, Mr. Miser, what was your last interaction with St. Nicholas Claus?
He was actually in a jail cell about a week ago. My brother helped me keep my cool, mostly. But Santa Claus was acting real cocky.
Cocky how?
Well, he was talking all this stuff about people treating him rude, when he's been doing that for years.
Nicholas Claus has always been a rude person?
Yeah, I even spilled my life story to that guy. My mom and dad didn't have too much money, so I asked him, the only person I could trust, to make my Christmas magical.
And what happened?
I was on the naughty list.
No hesitation, no explanation. He acted like I was some sort of criminal, a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy.
Order, order! Settle down, all of you!
I'm sorry. Too much.
Can you please state your name and occupation?
Hi, my name is John Hellier. I'm a supervisor at the Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles.
Mr. Hillier, you were asked by the court to look through all records regarding Kringle or Claus. What did you find?
Well, we found nothing. There was no registration of any Claus or Kringle in Virginia. I tried to reach out to my colleagues in almost every state, but we found Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is illegal to drive any vehicle in any state, including Virginia, without a registration for that vehicle, whether it be a car, boat, plane, or even a sleigh.
There is a very good reason as to why Mr. Claus's sleigh isn't found in any of your databases, Mr. Hellier. Do you, or does any state for that matter, have access to international databases?
Well, no, we do not.
No, you do not. Here, we have official documents from the North Pole stating and confirming that my client's sleigh can legally be flown in United States airspace and is labeled a commercial vehicle. And as for the reindeer, there are no laws in the North Pole that state that they cannot be used for commercial use.
Thank you, Mr. Houndsley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I call to the stand Nicholas Christopher Kringle Claus, Jr.
Oh, well, screw me.
St. James, what are you doing?
Trust me. What a name! Try saying that 10 times fast. Now, let's talk about your so-called gifts, shall we? So you deliver presents to millions of kids around the world, correct?
That is correct, but not just children.
Let's
but
focus on the kids here. The nice ones. What do you give them?
I gift them what they wrote to me. It could be a toy, a bike, sometimes candy.
Do you always give them what they ask for?
If they're on the nice list, yes.
Let's say a kid asks for something completely dangerous, like a handgun. Oh, come on. I know something like that has happened before. Something completely inappropriate. Not thought out by a child, because that's what children do. So have you ever given a weapon to a child, Claus?
Objection, this line of questioning is beyond ridiculous.
Oh, you know about ridiculous, wouldn't you, Houndsley?
St. James.
Answer the question, Claus. Have you ever given a weapon to a child?
There have been multiple instances where people have asked for dangerous objects.
Order! Order!
That was... good job.
Only someone that vile could make getting Christmas presents sound so horrible. Mr. Claus, how do people usually react when they see their most wanted thing in the world under their tree?
You know, sometimes they write me after Christmas, saying how much joy it brought them, how much they were inspired by me. And sometimes even how the family grew closer.
If I could present evidence file A4AJ8 to the jury, a letter was addressed to Nicholas Claus from a family in January 1971. Mr. Claus, would you please read the letter?
Dear Santa, thank you so much for the rifle you got me for Christmas. It's just like my dad's. A week after Christmas, I convinced him to go hunting with me. He is always working and never has time to spend with me, his only son. We went to the woods and he taught me a few things that I'll remember for the rest of my life. We even caught the biggest blue jay I've ever seen. Thanks to you, my father is finally spending time with me and not putting his work over family. This is the greatest gift I've ever received. Love, Mason.
As you can see, my client did indeed get a weapon for this child for Christmas. However, that does not mean that he's going to be the next Stephen Wayne Anderson. All the kid wanted to do was spend time with his father.
That wraps up all of the charges against Mr. Claus. Please provide your closing statements.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client, Nicholas Christopher Kringle Claus Jr., does his job well. He delivers gifts to the people of the world at no extra cost. His blood, sweat, and tears make our dreams come true, even when we need that little boost in our lives. He treats his workers with the utmost respect. His reindeer are treated well, even if there's one with a disability. He makes sure that they're happy, healthy, and satisfied. He also teaches your kids to treat people with kindness and that bad behavior does not get rewarded. The man you see before you is not Satan, not some evil entity planning to burn the world to the ground. Nicholas Claus is what we need in the world. An honest, caring, and extremely generous soul who has been sharing the love of the world for decades. Thank you.
This psychopath's end goal, it's crystal clear. To give mysterious packages to our children that are deemed nice or dangerous rocks of coal to those deemed naughty. This is just another form of discrimination. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this communist, illegal alien is corrupting the minds of our youth. Let's make sure that he never has the chance to attack us or this beautiful country ever again.
Mr. Houndsley, it is my understanding that you discussed with your client his right to testify.
Yes, Your Honor, he is waiving his right. However, if the court pleases, he would like to make a very brief statement, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. As much as I would like to address some misinterpretations about my work, my sleigh, and my intentions, I'm very mindful of the energy of this jury. I'm very confident in their integrity, and they will find that I am an innocent man.
Thank you, Mr. Claus. The jury, please wait in the other room to discuss the verdict. We will call everyone back when they have reached a unanimous decision.
Hello? Holy
This is Waldron. You've got to be kidding me.
Thank you. May the record show that we have been rejoined by our jury, panel, and alternates. Mr. Herpin, would you please take the verdict folder to juror number 4? Would you please open the folder and check the condition of the verdict forms? Are they in order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you signed and dated those verdict forms?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Claus, will you please stand and face the jury? I caution the audience to remain calm during the readings of these verdicts. If there are any disruptions, the bailiffs will remove the persons responsible. All right, Mr. Herpin.
Superior Court of Washington, D.C., in the matter of People of the United States of America versus Nicholas Christopher Kringle Claus, Jr., case number BA0972011. We, the jury, in above entitled action, find the defendant, Nicholas Christopher Kringle Claus, Jr., guilty of the crimes of flying in restricted airspaces and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Not guilty of the crimes of home invasion, animal cruelty, flying in a restricted vehicle, child endangerment, unlawful surveillance, and destruction of property.
You may be seated. Mr. Claus, you are ordered to pay a fine of $50,000.
I'm heading home tonight.
Oh, Michael and I were gonna celebrate. Maybe get a bite to eat, you know?
Well, I have people waiting for me.
Oh, well, I wish you the safest trip home. Make sure you say hey to the elves for me.
I will.
Okay, give us a call when you land, okay?
Thank you, Nick.
No, thank you. I wouldn't have been walking if it weren't for you two.
St. James. Small victories. All right, see you tomorrow.
See you around, Santa Claus.
See ya.
So, Tony's